Hello, I'm Livia Olson, an agriculture librarian at Kansas State University in the United States. I work with Dr. Chuck Rice, also from K-State, and a member of the Croplands Research Group to start the Croplands Research Database around 10 years ago. This video is an update about the Croplands Research Database and an introduction to a new collaboration to improve the database. I'm working with the creator of a database called Journal Map, which allows for location-based searching. We received a grant to do this work and will be seeking feedback about features and technical aspects that will be needed in a new system, along with feedback about the desired content scope of the database. For those of you who are unfamiliar with the Croplands Research Database, it is a database of articles on topics that are relevant to croplands and greenhouse gases. Right now, it contains over 7,000 citations. Those citations contain links to full text content when available. While it can be searched using keywords, it also uses a controlled vocabulary as an alternative to keyword searching. 3 types of terms are included in this controlled vocabulary: country, climate, and cropping system. The controlled vocabulary for climate utilizes the Köppen-Geiger system of climate classification. Each article is evaluated to determine where the research took place in order to determine the climate classification, which is a time-consuming process. While I say cropping system, the controlled vocabulary for cropping system can be either a crop like maize or soybeans, or a system like continuous cropping or perennial agriculture. Each article is also evaluated to determine which cropping system terms to apply for the controlled vocabulary. Databases like the Croplands Research Database present the challenge of finding the time and funding to continue updating it. While over 7,000 citations are in the database, another 3,000 are awaiting entry because they have not been evaluated for quality control and determining the country, climate, and cropping system for each article. Selecting articles for the databases also requires time. As I work in a university library which employs student workers, I occasionally have assistance with this work, but it is inconsistent and I have struggled to keep the database up to date. In its current format, the Croplands Research Database is not sustainable. I've started working with another database, Journal Map, in an effort to improve both systems. Journal Map uses geographic location to enhance searching and contains over 30,000 citations. You can use it to search by keyword and the results are given on a map with the results pinned to their respective locations where the research was conducted. You can also explore around a selected location on a map. From the perspective of the Croplands Research Database, this system is appealing because 2 of the 3 controlled vocabularies used are location-based. Next, I'm going to do a brief demonstration of Journal Map so you understand what it does. So here's the Journal Map website. I'm going to click on search to show you the search function. So it gives you an idea of sort of generally where in the world these different articles where the research was done. But we can really narrow it down. So I'm located in Manhattan, Kansas. So I could zoom in to Manhattan, Kansas, which is sort of right here in the middle of the United States. You'll see it right there, sort of right in the middle now. And you get an idea of the number of articles where the research was conducted close to Manhattan. So this number 3 is sort of right on campus. And then this number 83, we have a research station where they study the tall grass prairie called Konza Prairie. And that's why there's so many articles located down here in this area. So another thing that we could do if, I'll jump back out. I can also search by keyword here. So the keyword that I'm going to use is sage grouse. And as you can see, that really gets rid of a lot of the other articles that were previously represented. But if we zoom in, you get an idea of where the sage-grouse research is happening in the United States, mostly in the western part of the United States. So most of these results have been mapped. As you can see, there's only 4 that are not mapped, but if we click here, it will show us those unmapped results. I'm going to switch back to mapped. And then the other thing that is interesting about Journal Map is these filters. So I'm going to click on filters that will give you an idea of the different types of filters that you can use to limit your search. So some of the ones that are interesting from the perspective of the Croplands Research Database, I think, are aridity, biome, growing degree days, elevation, precipitation. There's lots of different filters here that would be interesting to limit our search to. So this is just a really brief demo of Journal Map. I encourage you to go out and try it yourself. Jason Carl is the creator of Journal Map. He is currently a professor of rangeland ecology at the University of Idaho, and Jeremy Kenyon is leading our collaboration. He is a natural resources librarian also at the University of Idaho. We decided to work together because both Journal Map and the Croplands Research Database have some of the same problems. They require more time than is available. They could benefit from automation and updating, and each system could benefit the other. The Croplands Research Database could benefit from a geography-based search, and Journal Map could benefit from an example of how it could benefit other databases. Also, working together is more appealing to grant funders than working independently. The Institute of Museum and Library Services is a federal grant funding agency in the United States. We decided to apply for one of their national leadership grants, specifically for a planning grant, to update and integrate these 2 systems. The planning grant is a 1-year grant. We are fortunate to be awarded this grant and began work in September. We selected 3 goals for this grant. The first goal is to create a new architecture and prototype of Journal Map and the Croplands Research Database to allow for integration between the 2 and also explore new ways of geotagging articles. The second goal is to bring stakeholders like the Croplands Research Group into the conversation so we can understand what users' needs are. This will involve surveys and discussion. The final goal is to write another grant, this time a 3-year national leadership grant to continue this work. We plan to conduct surveys in the spring of 2021. We will be seeking feedback about users' needs for these systems. So what would help you most? What features would you like to see? Additionally, what content is most important for inclusion in the Croplands Research Database? Through the years of working on it, I have discovered that there are many articles where it is not clear if it should be included or not. Clarifying the content scope would be helpful. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. We welcome any questions or comments you have about the Croplands Research Database or Journal Map.